Hello, all, and welcome to the SMBConnect Spotlight series. Spotlight is a platform for leaders to share their knowledge. Today's edition, we will be interacting with the Vice President of one of the oldest industrial association of India, AIPMA. My name is Sandipan Ray. I am the founder director of SMBConnect. We are one of the largest network of SMEs and businesses across India. SMBConnect provides knowledge sessions and opportunities for businesses for networking. We have organized over 100 conferences and seminars across India in the last few years. During the lockdown, we have instrumental in engaging with businesses with webinars on fund management and motivation sessions. At the beginning of 2021, we have published an ebook, Game Plan 2021, Vision 2025, which has received massive downloads. You can access this book by visiting SMBConnect website. In today's session, we have Mr. Kishore Sampat, Vice President of AIPMA. So let me introduce Mr. Kishore Sampat. He is a successful businessman. He owns an organization which is around 50 years old in manufacturing of and exports of garbage bags in the name of Polythene Industries. He has served as office bearer in several positions in various terms and is the managing committee member since over 15 years with All India Plastic Manufacturers Association, popularly known as AIPMA, which was founded by industry visionaries 70 years ago, making it the old and the largest apex body of plastic industries in India. The biggest contribution of Mr. Kishore Sampat to the plastic industry was he was the founder and the creator of AIPMA Job Fair, a platform created for the employers to get professionally qualified candidates and a most unique and popular annual event today in the Indian plastic industry. He has traveled globally, established connects in industry, and have led several business delegations of AIPMA to trade fairs. He is associated in various capacities with industry and communities across India. Mr. Sampat is also a speaker at several seminars and organizing several mega events like financial conclaves and environmental conferences for different social causes and industry. Welcome, Mr. Kishore Sampat. So, thank you, Mr. Kishore, for taking time out and giving us the opportunity to understand and know more about your association. So, let me begin by asking about All India Plastic Manufacturing Association, when it started, how it started, and what's the number of people who are member of this association, and what are the different activities you are doing as part of this association.
Thank you very much. I am Kishore Sampat, Senior Vice President of the All India Plastic Manufacturers Association. First of all, I would like to thank SMBConnect for having me here on this meeting and having an interaction with you all. To introduce our association, the All India Plastic Manufacturers Association, it is a 75-year-old association. We will be celebrating our Amrut Mahotsav this year, and it is basically the oldest and the biggest association of the plastic industry. And we have got members from raw material manufacturers, processors, mold and die makers, consultants, and additive manufacturers, machinery manufacturers, and all the stakeholders who constitute the plastic industry. And we have our head office in Andheri, Mumbai. We have got 2 independent buildings in MIDC Andheri. We also have our independent building in NCR at Gurgaon of more than 20,000 square feet. We have our own office in Ahmedabad, Delhi, Calcutta, and Chennai also, and Calcutta also. So we are based across India. We have got physical offices across India. We have got more than 60 people on our payroll, and we have got more than 18,000 members across India who take the advantage of our association. And our association also gives leadership and is like a big brother to more than 150 regional associations who cater to the local small plastic industry in that area. So we are captain to these associations, and this is how we are serving the industry.
So, sir, today the situation is very difficult. Business is not what used to be earlier. We are in a mid of pandemic, and right now it is surging in the second wave of the pandemic is there in India. Can you just elaborate how you and the member of association are coping up uh, with this pandemic and how the business is happening right now?
Uh, specific coming to the pandemic, I would like to say that in fact our plastic industry has played a very vital role and a major role in giving all the disposable and healthcare articles uh, and helping the nation in this critical event. In fact, all the disposables and healthcare kits and the medical equipments, most of them are of plastics, and that is how we have played a vital role. In fact, going beyond business, even we have done a lot of social activities to help the society by providing masks and everything to the social workers and the safety kits,
That's
etc.
that's
And
very good.
coming to business part of it, of course, it is very difficult. Our association has helped more than 200 members to get the permissions from the local bodies to start their industry, and that is how we are functioning. Of course, there is a disruption, but as plastics is a very vital part in the healthcare industry, but we have played our role in that direction.
I think so. I can understand and I can assume that because pandemic is something which also helped plastic industry to actually support the healthcare need for the country. Because as you talk about this disposable gloves, disposable material which has been manufactured, so and there's a
Of
lot
course,
of
all the
investment.
mask and the safety kits, the PP kits, the face shield, it is all plastics. In fact, even
Okay,
for sanitizer and all, whether it is bottles or you say the pumps, everything is from the plastics. And our industry has gone beyond the capacity and have helped the nation and catered to that. So in that
that's a
part,
great.
and of course, and also in this for safety and packaging of food, packaging is also very important, especially in this critical area where it is spreading and contagious. So even in that area our industry is serving well. Of course, in some specific regions there was a bit of disruption, but we'll make up. It's okay, we have to live with it.
Now, Mr. Kishore, and this is a little critical question because plastic is always considered as one which is one of the major pollutant and has a major issue with sustainability. People who are campaigning for safe environment. How do you work with them? How do you take care to ensure that the impact on the environment because of the plastic is minimized by the association and with the help of the industries who are member of your association?
uh, Well, thank you very much for asking this question. First of all, on behalf of the industry, let us make it very clear that our industry, our Indian plastic industry, and all the associations, we support the Swachh Bharat initiative and are totally with the government in this cause because we want to live a better India for ourselves and our children. So there is
Hmm.
absolutely no second thought on it. So we are with that. Now coming to plastics on the same, on behalf of the association, we have got a full-fledged environment committee as well as an environment cell with the staff sitting in Delhi, Bombay, and across India. And we understand the seriousness of this, and we are playing our role in all the manners possible. For example, you are working with the government on the policy issues. In policy framing, we are giving them our inputs. And in fact, our chairman, Mr. Hiten Bera, who heads the Environment Committee, he is also on the panel of Niti Aayog and in the committees of Ministry of Environment. So we are, and also in this Maharashtra Government Environment Committee in their panels. So we are working very closely with the government on this policy framing issues. That is one part. Coming to the second part, uh, we also have undertaken several projects, whether it was we started this Warsaw Beach cleaning with Advocate Afroz Shah. Warsaw Beach, we were the people who initiated that, and then it became a very successful and an example. And also at the moment, we have adopted 50 villages at Palghar with Kishore Sampat, we are running a project to make it plastic neutral. Along with that, we have done several other projects, like in more than 1,000 schools. We have had awareness programs at school level. We have done that with Keshar Sushti in Mira Bandar and all areas. So on the social education programs, we are already doing that bit of it. We have also donated a van for collection of wastage to make it plastic neutral villages, and that project is very successful with Keshar Srishti. We will be making it a showcase at the national level that yes, it can be managed. That is on the social part. We also are doing awareness programs and publicity through various medias and channels, and also representing the industry in the government cases. That is one another aspect in which we are doing. And the third most important dimension is that if you go into details, plastic is the best option, and even the government has decided there is no viable option for this. Because if you try to replace it with metal or you replace it with wood, it is more hazardous. The plastics in India, it is recyclable, so there is no issue with it. But the only thing is that it is being littered and it is not going correctly into the recycling chain. If you go to America, you go to Europe, you go to Maldives, you will see the clean beaches and you see the cleanliness around, because it is a segregation of waste which is happening at source and it goes correctly into the recycling chain. In India, we don't have that kind of infrastructure, so that is the bottleneck. But our industry is evolving and maturing in transition, and I'm sure that there will be good days ahead.
I fully agree with you because one of the recycle is definitely one of the major concern. And I'm fortunate I'm part of one of the project which is right now in the conception stage, where we are working towards creating an app to understand where the from production to recycling the entire thing can be mapped something. So maybe we can discuss this offline with you sometime later.
Of course, in fact, today end of life solutions are very much available. In roads, you can put the plastic waste in the roads into the recycling chain. Chemical recycling plastics can be converted to oil. So technologies are there. It is just that India is moving towards that, and I'm sure that we'll be successful in managing it.
So that's one part is managing the plastic waste. Another, I just want to understand what is the technology you are using to minimizing the pollution which may cause because of the due to pollution and which have may have an impact on the environment.
In fact, for your information, the global average of per capita consumption is around 30 kgs, and our India is just hardly 11 kgs of
Okay.
per capita consumption. And in countries like US and Europe, the capita consumption is up to 100 kgs. So we
Okay.
are using a very minimal quantity. And coming to the other part, that 70% of the plastics is already been recycled in India. Now, coming to your question that what are the technologies which are available, of course, science has evolved, and in fact, compostables, biopolymers, and plastics to oil like pyrolysis and other technologies are available. And in fact, the government is supporting the compostable and biopolymers, and we are working on that. And in fact, even we had a ministry meeting with our Piyush Goyal ji and Prakash Javadekar ji just 8 days ago, and this matter was discussed in details, and in fact the government had said that they will support us with recycling parts, plastic waste recycling parts and other methods in which these problems can be solved.
That's a great. That's very good news that the government is also supporting, and I understand there's a need of plastics in India. Now, coming going back to how the business has been happening in last 1 year with pandemic, with hardly businesses are working. So a lot of businesses have moved towards digitalization or digital transformation. So has the members of your association moved towards digital transformation? If yes, what are the technologies they have been using? If you can throw some lights about that, and what is your thought process about moving towards digital economy?
Well, in fact, looking at today's industry scenario, uh, digitalization and automation is a must, and nobody can escape it because for viability, mass production is a must. And looking at the labor situation, I think automation and digitalization is very important. To just give you an idea, in our Andheri, As I said, we have two buildings, out of which we have dedicated one building for MTech Center, that is Arvind Mehta Entrepreneurship and Technology Center. We have dedicated a 10,000 square feet full building for it, in which we are setting up a center of excellence, and that center of excellence will be a state of the art laboratory, which will reduce the time to market. For example, you bring a sample, that this is the sample which I want to make in India and replace the imported product. You go to that MTech center. We have got our knowledge partner Z's. With that, we can do scanning of that part and create a 3D design. Then we have got the knowledge partner Autodesk, where the design can be interpreted and changed into the computer, and we can create a mold. And we are setting up a 3D facility wherein a 3D product sample prototype can be developed. So this, and also Autodesk, we are planning to have a certified Autodesk training center where all the latest technologies and the systems will be displayed. So that, and in fact, we are also tying up to have a packaging vertical in our center of excellence, where all these latest technologies in manufacturing and excellence will be displayed. So this automation, knowledge sharing, and moving in tune with times for Industry 4.0 is a very serious agenda with our association, and our industry is changing in that direction very fast.
That's good. That's very good. So, because and your part, the partnership with industry, partnership with organization like Autodesk, will definitely help your members to actually get the latest technology from the association and and maybe implement it in their organization also in future. Another thing which is came out very recently is about the PLI scheme which Government of India has announced. So, can you let us know the impact of this product-linked incentive scheme? How is going to beneficial for the members of association, and also the impact of Atmanirbhar? Because you talked about it, how you are able to implement replace imported product. So, if you can just share about the PLI schemes benefit for your members.
This PLA product linked incentive scheme is a very vital tool by the government of India to promote the industry. But unfortunately, what has happened is that whether you see the white goods industry or the automobile industry, no industry moves without plastics. Every industry has an important vital part of plastics, whether it is automobiles or mobiles or white goods, everything is made from plastics. But plastic industry in particular has not been granted product linked incentive scheme. We are kept out of it. Of course, indirectly, the people who plastics who are making mobile phone, they are getting the advantage. But as an industry, we needed it badly. We have represented to the government over and again. But I think Mr. Piyush Goyal, when we had spoken to last, he said he will strongly consider it giving to the plastic industry in the next round. At the moment, we directly are not the beneficiary of product and lift incentive scheme. And coming to Atmanirbhar Bharat, of course, our plastic industry is in transition and moving as per the global scene. And we are ready to, our industry is already replacing the imports, unnecessary imported items which are coming from China and other parts, like plastic water bottles or lunch boxes which the children use, or toys. These are the items which industry can very much make in India, and we have got capacity. So we are working towards that. And as I said, that we are creating a whole infrastructure in the MTech of more than 10,000 square feet with an investment of more than 5 to 10 crore rupees only for this objective, that is time to market. We are addressing that area, that if how can a product come into the market from sampling and prototyping and development in a very short time. The cycle which used to take more than 4 months, that we will complete in 4 weeks. So that is the area in which we are working to help the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the growth of the plastic industry. Or AIPMA is doing and playing that role.
Great. I think this, we need to understand a little bit more about your this Aptech Aptech's
MTech and
center. Okay, Amtech center. Sorry. So can you just elaborate more about this, because this looks is very promising, and help a lot of people. If you can just elaborate a little bit more on MTech Center and how people can, anybody, any of the members can come and take the benefit of the center, or is it some process which is to be followed?
No, the Center of Excellence which we are setting in Andheri, anybody can, of course, members will be given preference and priority, but it will be open for anybody. In fact, to be precise, one, we are having this reverse engineering, which knowledge partner is this, where a scanning of products will be done. Then the second vertical is this designing with this Autodesk. We'll be having this Autodesk certified training center, wherein any diploma holder can come, he can learn this Autodesk, upskill himself, and then try to get a job into the industry. He can work on industry projects. So that mold designing and this CAD CAM and all this that will be coming in Autodesk. We are setting up a 3D printer, and that is with 3D systems of strategists. We are working on them. Who will be the best partner? It is in pipeline. Then the fourth vertical in that would be the packaging. We are tying up with Packaging Foundation with Mr. Saha. He is the past director, chairman of past director of Indian Institute of Packaging. He has just retired, so he is in working with us, and we are creating this packaging knowledge center, where what are the new packaging, how can packaging be developed, what is the right cost effective packaging, and he will be telling us the latest developments in packaging. So that is one vertical. Then we are tying up with SSA. He is a knowledge partner. He will be teaching us and sharing knowledge on this lean manufacturing and best manufacturing practices. So that is how we have integrated all these five verticals, and we are working very fast. And I think in another 15 days, we will be launching all our programs.
Great, that's great. That was something which is definitely the industry needs. It will also help the knowledge gap between what is there about the employability of the people who are looking for employment in the industry, and you can help
Of
them
course.
to get up skills and all. So that's great. Let me touch upon and talk about, understand from you about the export potential of the products and services which your members are coming in. So, how the export potential are you competing in the world? Wherever you stand in that.
Well, looking at the recent global scene, of course, there is a huge potential for our Indian plastic industry to export, especially because internationally people are looking at alternatives to China because of the recent global incidents which have happened. Coming to our potential of our Indian plastic industry is very, very strong. But of course, there are some, we need support from the government as far as availability of raw material is concerned, then availability of machinery is concerned, because there are some roadblocks in that. For example, anti-dumping duties on raw materials, anti-dumping duty on machinery. So once this, we are working with the government to address these issues, and of course the market is huge, the potential is huge, and because recently even we have seen that international companies have purchased Indian established companies at a huge price. So that shows the potential. Many foreign companies are taking over established Indian companies to save on the time of setting up of industry. So of course, industry, India is a very, very lucrative market with, and it is very well positioned to move forward, especially because of the young workforce which we have, and our Indian country, as far as language is concerned and other things, we are very much comfortable and attractive to them. Only there are a few bottlenecks
Mm-hmm.
with
Yeah,
respect
carry on.
to raw material and availability and some infrastructure bottlenecks. But of course, we have started walking in that direction, and we'll take advantage of that.
Great. You talked about the people, the kind of talent we have. So just let me know what kind of employment be generated by the association, and are we getting the right kind of talent to come and join the industries here?
To give you an rough idea, we have around 40,000 units in India, around 40,000 plastic processors in India. There must be more in the unorganized sector also. But and We are giving employment to around 5 million people. So that is the kind of scale of our industry, and our industry is growing at around between 13 to 14%, between 12 to 14% annually. So that is the kind of employment generation it is giving. It is one of the biggest employment generators in India today.
So, Mr. Kishore, you are also running your own organization. So, let me understand and ask you. And you have been successful in doing your running your organization, and apart from being that, you are also in a leadership position of in this particular association. So, if a new person or a young entrepreneur comes and plans to start a business, what would be your advice to them?
Well, I would like to say that plastics was there and will always be there, and it is always growing market. And as far as the consumer choice and the consumer demands are there, so it will always customer and a consumer wants convenience. So plastic gives solution and addresses that point part of it. And it is a, as I said, that the per capita consumption in India is hardly 11 kgs, and the global average is 30. So there is a lot of headroom to grow, and definitely participate in this story of Indian plastic industry, and work with dedication, no shortcuts, uh, and I'm sure everybody will succeed. It is a great segment to be in. Of course, you have to keep upskilling. It cannot be that you have got a degree and you will be sitting and getting lifetime. You have to keep updating. You have to keep upskilling and move with the technology and trends. Because what was happening 20 years ago, what was industry and what is industry today, it is totally different. So industry will be changing, technology will be changing. Keep upskilling, be dedicated, and grow with it. That is what I would like to say.
Thank you, Mr. Sampath. It was very nice talking to you. I think we got a lot of information about the All India Plastic Management Association. The kind of good work it is doing is really great, and I'm sure members of the viewers of SMB Connect would be
Uh,
very much.
before uh, before we terminate, I would like to say a few more things, if you allow me, sir.
Sure.
That our All India Plastic Manufacturers Association is doing many things for the industry. As I said, government advocacy, environment was one part, but even for the growth of the industry, we have got our plastic exhibitions. That is Plastic Vision India. It is one of the top five plastic exhibitions in the world. Yes, amongst the top five plastic exhibitions in the world is our Plastic Vision India exhibition. It happens once in 3 years at Goregaon, Mumbai. That is one of our flagship event. So those who want to participate or have a look into it, keep an eye. Plastic Vision India is the name of the exhibition, and the next event is going to be held in 2023 in February. So kindly keep an eye on it and register and track that event, and definitely visit. We also I have our website www.epma.net. It is very informative. It gives you all the information, and we regularly have seminars and webinars which we conduct. It are on technical subjects, management subjects, current issues. So they are there. I request you all to kindly go on our website and become members and join with our association, and you can get advantage of it. One more thing I would like to highlight is, as I told you in the earlier part, that we have got a physical infrastructure of more than 60 to 70,000 square feet across India. So by being a member, if you are a based company and you want to grow your business in Chennai, you can book a conference room or a chamber to conduct meetings and all. Similarly, if you want to grow your business in Delhi, Gurgaon, you can use our office. You can book conference room chambers. We have got all facilities available, ready-made infrastructure. With a nominal rent, we are charging to our members just to take care of the expenditure of air conditioning and other things. So in that way, we are servicing the industry and the members in a very big way. We are providing them infrastructure on our website, epma.net. We have got tenders coming, then trade inquiries. In case if you want to buy some machine, you want to buy, you have got some raw material which you want to sell, classifieds and all are there. So take advantage of our AIPMA. It is a 70-year-old association, and join with us and take the advantage of the growing plastic industry potential. That's it. Thank you all. Yours.
Thank you, Mr. Sampath. That was really helpful, and maybe we can help you to disseminate this information to all the other SMEs across different parts of India. We have a network, and we have been in touch with most of the association members. We can share some information, whatever you share with us, and it goes to through our newsletters to all of these guys. So thank you very much, and
Thanks a lot.
look forward to connect you again. And thank you
Thanks
very
a
much
lot.
for your time, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot. And
Bye.
you are doing a wonderful job for the industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching SMB Connect Spotlight video. If you have any questions to Mr. Kishore Sampat, please mail us at info@SMBConnect and we will have this answered by him for you. Do watch and subscribe to our video on our YouTube channel. There are loads of information for businesses. Also follow us on our social media handle, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Insta for updates on SME ecosystem. You can also register your business at localandvocal.online. It is currently free, where we promote your business globally. Once again, thank you for watching. Do join us for our next session on Spotlight soon.